Monday Night Live is back. How are you, people? Did you have a good weekend? It'll be a bit odd seeing me. Some of you won't see me like this yet, but not first. Who have we got in? Who have we got in? I could just see numbers. I can't see names. Emma's in. Hi, Emma. What have we got then? The next in house. So, another super productive day, actually, surprisingly. Really good at the moment. How are you lot? That's what I'm here for. How the devil are you lot? So, I named this What's Your Strategy? Basically, if you don't have a plan, you're just going in blind. Whatever it is you're doing, life, job, if you don't have a plan, it just pisses in the wind, really. So, what's your strategy? What do you want to achieve? How are you going to get there? That's the thing. Where's the iPad? So, anyone's got any questions, hit me up. Amy, Lowry, 11,500 steps. Decent. I think you've overtaken me, actually. Did quite a bit of walking today. I'm on 10,321. Don't know if you could see that. Hey Tina, nice for you to join us. Didn't really do much today. Usually would have went to the gym. Yeah, one of those things, Lynette. One of those things. We've got PT tomorrow, haven't we? So, go look at that for a story. It's just popped up on my thing. Northampton police officer needs plastic surgery after boiling water thrown over him. That was local as well. Nick Adderley. Name rings a bell. Has praised the response of the officers involved. Wow. "15-year-old girl who was arrested at the scene apparently threw a kettle of boiling hot water over a copper." Fucking hell. What's wrong with these fucking mutants? Absolutely disgusting. Wow. Wow. Sorry about that. I just popped up, but I could not read that. That's savage. I mean, what the fuck is their strategy? That's what I'm saying. Jesus. Right. So, who have we got? What's your strategy? Yeah, so what is your plan? Do you have a plan in place? What's wrong with society? Yeah. Emma, that says it all, doesn't it? That says it all. 15-year-old girl throwing a kettle of water over a police officer. And in Abington as well. Abington's massive, if anyone doesn't know, in Northampton. Abington's massive, but I grew up in the nice bit, actually. Fucking hell. Are you Instagram live too? I'll be doing that after. So I do the Facebook one first, normally, and I'll do the Instagram one after. See what you lot have to say on there, hey? Different crowd over there. So, basically, what's your strategy? What have you got planned for this week? Especially people in my address book, like clients and stuff. A lot of the time, I'll make a point of messaging you on a Monday morning, and not as just like a check-in, but like, right, what's your plan of attack? What are you doing? How are we going to get there? I do that quite a lot. Yeah. So, cool. Catch you over there as I need to do my burpees. Well, you can do them now. You could do them now while you watch. Or yeah, catch you later, whichever. Thanks for tuning in though. This is just me rambling on a bit, really, basically, guys. But I said I would keep it going. So here I am. It's gone 9 o'clock at night. Yeah. So, how was everyone's weekend? Put a comment in the box. Let me know what you did on the weekend. How did it go? How are you still feeling about lockdown? Anyone else thinking it might not just be 4 weeks? I don't want to put a downer on things, but I'm hoping I'm wrong. But they've increased the furlough till March for people that have furlough. I don't, so. Been walking the dogs a fair bit. Cool. Decent. Glad the dog's benefiting from this lockdown craziness. So, what are your goals, guys? Let's hear it. You must have some sort of goal in mind. Doesn't have to be fitness. Could be you want to work better hours. You want to get a different job. You want to spend more time with your kids. You might want to learn a new language. You might want to finish that book you never finished. Let's hear it. What is your strategy? Or if you've just got questions, hit me up. Fire away. And I'll still be bringing back the Friday Night Live as well. Again, I don't say it enough, but well done everyone today. PT sessions. Most of them have been on Zoom. Yeah, I had a couple of good outdoor ones too. But to be honest, apart from seeing you, lockdown isn't really affecting us kids. Still at school, I'm still like, yeah, I haven't been seeing you, but I mean, if that's all that's changed, it's not too bad, really, is it? Trying to work out more frequently at the moment we're doing online uni, finding it hard to balance the two. So, Amy, do you have, I'm guessing you have like a if you're in uni, like a blank wall in your accommodation? Or at home, wherever? Do you have like a whiteboard or anything you could put up there? Or even just bits of paper you can stick on the wall? And like you can write on them, plan of attack, this is what I'm going to achieve, this is when I'm going to achieve it by, this is how I'm going to get there, this is what I'll do, this and this in step 1, step 2, step 3, it's a process. Everything is a process. I learnt this when, well, to be fair, I've always really known it, and I guess everyone does, but to some extent. But it became more apparent to me when I was engine building. So after I left the car garage I was working at back in the day, going back a bit now, and I went to work for an engineering company. We were building car engines from scratch. You just take parts and then you assemble an engine by the end of it. So, and everything had a process. Everything. If you missed one bit, it all went to shit. So, I wasn't supposed to rhyme, but everything has a process. It's like a computer needs this, and this to work. And that's the best way how I basically use that and apply that to most things. So even now I'll plan my day out and I'll be like, okay, 6 a.m, wake up, 6:15, weigh myself, take body measurements, or, you see what I mean? 7, cup of tea / coffee, whatever, breakfast, whatever, go gym, and then everything has a time slot, which can seem a bit obsessive, but if you have a process and you have an order for stuff and get super organised, you're not just sitting there for hours going, Like, has anyone ever gone into a gym? And I've done it. If you haven't written yourself a plan, or you haven't got an idea of what you're doing, you just walk in and go, let's try that one. Go and do that machine over there. And then, don't know, you spend 5 minutes going, don't know. Does that make sense? You need a plan. You need to go, right, first I'm going to do this, then I'm going to do this. Then leg press, adductor machine, hamstring curl, whatever it is, in a specific order. You can apply that to everything. Okay, really good one. Controversial at the moment between one of my clients and me. Cup of tea, okay? What happens first? Normally in this place, the kettle's fucking empty. So, always fill the kettle up. But that's just a habit thing. I've always done that. Always had to. So, open kettle, water goes in. Kettle on. Get the cup. Tea bag. Sugar if you use it, whatever. Goes in. Used to do that after taking the tea bag out, but whatever. Okay, so going off process a bit. Pour water in, brew tea. Stir, Take tea bag out. Add milk. After, not before you put the hot water in. And you know who you are. Crazy. Absolute menace. Milk first. No! No! Oh God, there's two of them. Two of my clients now. Shit. Okay. So, I'm not on about making coffee, where you put the milk in first or whatever. I'm not on about that. I'm on about tea. English tea, okay? Crazy fuckers. Anyway, there is a process you would follow. and a lot of times it's automatic. I've gone over this before, or I've said this sort of stuff before, where you have automatic things, but you don't even realise you're doing them. They just, you know, wake up in the morning, turn your head, you probably grab your phone, first thing you do, I don't know, whatever you do. I make a thing of trying to keep my phone, you can't see it, but this is my bed. I have a desk over there, but now my TV takes up most of the room. Fucking genius idea that was, bringing a TV here. 42 inches of in the wayness. So, I keep my phone over there. But that's a process. That's a this, and this, and this, and this, and this. You get so used to doing stuff, it becomes automatic. Autopilot mode. There was a book I read. Dr. Kahneman? Thinking Fast and Slow, I think it's called. There's 2 parts of your brain. One, it's been ages since I read it. I need to read it again. Basically, type 1, is it type 1 and type 2? Am I getting mixed up with diabetes here? So, type 1 is something you're so used to doing, it's automatic. You don't realise you're doing it, like breathing. Your body automates it. That's a bad example. You don't realise it, but when you put the kettle down, hit it with the right hand, you don't realise you're hitting it with the right hand every time. You're stirring with the same hand, with the tea, whatever it is. Dwayne Valentine, there's a blast from the past. Thanks for joining in, buddy. This is just me rambling on about strategies and off on a mad tangent. But yeah, the autonomous part of your brain that is just so used to everything. Like when you first, I use the driving analogy quite a bit. When you first got in a car to learn how to drive, you're like, don't know what this does. Now when you get in a car and you've been driving for a few years, you're like, didn't even realise, all these things, you're so used to it, if that makes sense. And then there's the type 2 where you're trying to learn something new and it's, like I say, it's freaking you out, if that makes any sense. Just, in fact, you know what? Let's get into this, shall we? Let's start a fucking argument here. Who puts milk in before the hot water for a cup of tea? Because some of you, no milk, milk first, milk after. Oh, Katie's joined. She's gonna, oh no. She's gonna nose it all up. She's gonna nose the whole system up. You put the milk in after. Everything. I see you. I see you, crazy people. Milk after the water. Thank you, Amy. You are a genius. Milk first. No, Katie, no. By the way, people, not that I would say this about a client, but Katie is backwards. Everything is backwards. So she puts the milk in first. Even the old people put the milk in first. Yeah, and they're backwards too. They're some of them are scrap, in a nice enough way. Depends on how much of a rush I'm in. Yeah, sometimes I'll put the milk in while the tea bag's still in it. Granted. Katie Booth, I know, right. Well, Lynette, you're Scottish. Blame the fact I'm part Irish. I'm also part Irish. But I'm right. Jesus. So, what you have learnt here today is that Alex is right. Other people are not. I don't know if you realise, I was a car mechanic. I've worked in lots of places where tea has been drunk regularly. I have a GCSE in tea making. I've got an OBE for making good cups of tea. I haven't. I'm just waffling on now. But yeah, don't do that in Scotland. No weird scum on top, whatever the heck that is. Yeah, but that's if you've got shit tea bags. That's why. That's probably why you're buying crap tea bags. It's got the scum on top. Buy some like Yorkshire tea bags or PG Tips maybe. Builders like their tea milk first. Okay. Anyway, mad tangent, you crazy fuckers. Yeah, I'm an administrator. Tea making is my life. If you all make a cup of tea, bring it to me and I will try them and then I'll assess, because I am qualified to do this. Right, so before everyone else leaves the live, what is your strategy? What is your plan of attack? How are you going to cope with the next 3-ish weeks? So they said. It don't actually matter how it's made, still get the same product at the end and the taste the same. Fair one, Dwayne, fair one, but I am right. Oh yeah, you made me a cup of tea once, didn't you? That was awesome. I should get more people to do that for me. Right, anyway. What is your strategy? That's what I want you to go over. Do you have a plan? What we got? What we got, people? Just been hijacked by talking about tea. Went off on a mad tangent with an analogy that fucking backfired. Been trying to keep busy. Got a big whiteboard in the garage. Logged the weights session I did Saturday. Perfect. What are you putting on the whiteboard? Let's hear it. Is it like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday to Sunday thing on there? Or is it just like a to-do list? Let's see if I can get the numbers. Anyway, my plan for this lockdown is just take each day as it comes. Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. That's all you can. That's all you can, pretty much. Is there anything you guys are struggling with in regards to making a plan? Is anyone not equipped with a notepad or a whiteboard? Or I can't stress the importance of these things, simple little things. Learn more sign language. Take each day as it comes. Yeah, I'm bumping over 200 plasterboards into a house, then taxing to ceiling to walls over the next couple of days. Fucking hell, plasterboards. Moved a few of them before. They are not nice to lift. Well, once you get used to it, it's alright, I suppose. I'm going off past sessions in the app. Yeah, good, cool. And that's why I keep. That's why in the app you can go back and see the history and stuff. Otherwise, if I just got rid of it, what would be the point? You know, it's just for you. That's the whole point. It's for you guys to progress. Why do your notebook don't have a whiteboard? Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Notebook. It's the physical act of writing things down makes it more. I was reading a study on it a couple of years ago. It makes it more real in your head, and that now that you've written it, it becomes real. Whereas if you just think of something, it's not the same. I hope by 4 foot, 27 to 42 curve. Yeah, but it's not the weight. It's not the weight of a plasterboard, Dwayne. It's the awkward carrying of it, as I'm sure you know. I'm trying to track my. Okay, why do you feel like you're struggling tracking your food? Let's go into that, shall we? I know you're snacking quite a bit and having to rush around in between jobs and stuff like that. Good workout, yeah. Yeah, plasterboards, yeah. Are you doing the plastering as well, or is it just the labour inside of it? Dwayne also used to be a mechanic, or I don't know if you still are, but I'm guessing if you're lugging plasterboard around, you're not doing it. He also had the unfortunate privilege of working on Alfa Romeos. Poor man. Only joking. Yeah, so what's your strategy, guys? These are just ramblings. This is you guys are getting used to it now. But we do touch on some good bits. Have to have a technique on lifting them. Yeah, that's full. That's cool. So, Dwayne, there's a good question. Do you have goals in regards to health and stuff? You've got little ones, haven't you? So, that's the reason why I struggle. Decent food. I've had a few, but it's also. So, Katie, I'd go NutriCheck all the time, all day long. NutriCheck is the one. Or Chronometer, but that's that's very in depth, and that's a bit confusing for a lot of people. Full-time plasterer, oh, that's cool. Had an Alpha, was mint. I think that's sarcasm. I think the net's doing the sarcasm thing. Alfa Romeo being mint. No, they drive lovely, didn't they? Eating a lot of fast food as well, which is bad. I hated the Alpha. Yeah. Katie, as I've said before about possibly starting to like meal prep and prepare in advance for things, and having instead of snacking on random chocolate bars and fast food, I like even like protein bars or little things here and there. Let's need to get on eating healthy. Okay, Dwayne, why do you think you don't eat healthy enough? Let's hear it, cowboy. Are you still in Northampton, by the way, Dwayne? God, the amount of people that must click on this and be like, what the fuck is he talking about? Yeah, Kate, you need to start having a word with them about these overdoing it on these hours. They're killing you off. They are killing you off because they can. Not that I want to call you out on a live video, but fast food takeaways are good to have occasionally. Tricks the body and goes back into losing weight. Cleaning, yeah. One of the reasons it does that is the fast food isn't associating or doesn't fill you up as much. Have you ever had a Chinese and then you were hungry about 3 hours later? Like, a bar of chocolate is going to taste so much better, and it's tiny amount. It's going to taste much better than a massive load of broccoli, right? But the broccoli is going to take up more room in your stomach, make you feel fuller for longer, if that makes sense. The protein drink. I thought you said you liked the protein drinks. Okay, we can look at that. That's cool. That's just supplements. They're just bonus bits. That's just an extra bit. So that's, we've got to address the elephant in the room, really. Yes, mate. Working bricks for us. Easy stop off at McDonald's or quick stop at Chippy for lunch. Yeah, and again, it's not about cutting these out completely. People love these sorts of things. I mean, who was I saying it to? I was telling someone the other day that I absolutely love Chinese food. That's probably the thing that I like more than any other sort of takeaway food. But it has a massive effect on your body and your health, and eating food like this all the time. I make relatively smarter choices with this stuff anyway, but if you're hitting KFCs and McDonald's, and your arteries are going to fucking just collapse on you. Not so much now. You give it 10 years. I remember when you were quite young and you could just eat and eat and eat and eat and eat. Like, now that I've hit 31, God, fucking hell. I can still eat. I can still eat for Britain. That's not a problem. My fitness, however, I can feel it makes a difference with what I eat. And that, I'm not talking about now, I'm talking about 10, 15, 20 years from now, when you're sluggish and, near on maybe obese. Like, you want to nip this in the bud before it gets too bad. But more than anything, the visceral fat, like the inside, like you're not on about like body fat. That's fucking, no one really should care about body fat to a degree. Like little bits here and there, it's just ridiculous compared to the fat that's in your arteries, in your internals, and yeah. Anyone seen like the smokers? See these like diagrams of like the veins and the arteries and stuff of smokers, and they're like, this is a non-smoker. This is a guy who smokes 40 a day kind of thing. And all this fat, all of this stuff. Yeah, not good. Look at people like, I don't know, a bit of a rare thing to bring up, but people like Elvis. Elvis lived a very good life with food. He ate fucking everything. And, well, being in America, one of those things. But he had a heart attack. And that's still the biggest killer, is coronary heart disease. So you can take your random things that everyone's panicking about. Heart disease and obesity is still the number one. One of the good things is, and if I ever had kids, not that I'm trying to demonise fast food, but I would put them off of the fast food from a young age, because I've seen it before where this woman that lived down my street before, literally all I'd ever see, like when I was working outside and stuff, or like I remember I was working on my van for about a week, and every day she would walk out of her car into the house with like KFC bags and McDonald's bags and Pizza Hut boxes, and I'm just like, oh, your kids are gonna fucking have a really bad relationship with food. But this is the problem. People don't cook anymore. People don't. My generation don't really cook much. Like, I've noticed, people under like 40 don't. They haven't been taught. You know, like it hasn't been handed down. But I'm talking about majority. Okay, I'm sure there's some people out there that their nan taught their mum, taught you how to cook and all this sort of stuff, and you're great at that stuff. But a lot of people don't, and it's just convenient just to, oh, you know what, I'll just nip out and get some. And we've all done it. That's what's called fast food. Fast food doesn't have to be junk food, though. That's my point. How are we doing for time? Right, tell you what, guys. Slow. Lockdown's affecting my job. Yeah. Great mine. Mine only got as a special treat. Still lost their minds and allowed it, though. Yeah, and it's the same with... This is one of the reasons I don't massively agree with a lot of the holidays that are governed by marketing and... Like Easter. Easter used to be about... Like, and Christmas used to be actually about religious holidays. Now it's just presents and chocolate, and the build up to it is so like you look at all the Halloween stuff. Halloween stuff was in the shops from like a month before, way before Halloween even got close, which is fine, you know. Halloween's cool. I'm not anti-holidays and stuff, but they're selling. Like in October, they were selling like Christmas stuff, and it's just sweets and chocolate and all of this stuff. Nothing's in moderation anymore. You can just go to the shop and get fucking truckloads of the stuff. But yeah, anyway, guys, I'm going to can it there, and I'm going to see you over on Instagram. But hopefully you've gained some sort of something positive from watching this. But yeah, also restarted the YouTube, so if you search Uphill Battle Fitness in any sort of search engine, there's lots of stuff that will come up. But podcast, YouTube, don't forget to join the battle group. Hopefully you guys liked the video boot camp that was in there for all the members that are in there. It was free. Next Saturday will be a little bit different, hopefully you will enjoy that as well. And yeah, I will see you. Katie is still wrong. I will see you guys over on Instagram. Cheers.